What's going on, guys? Welcome to the live stream here at Circle Triangle Square. Hope you guys are having a fantastic Monday. If you're at work, it's a good thing. You have a source of income. However, if you're not at work, then you're at home having a good time. So either way, it is good. You're healthy. You're having a great day. And I know I am too. So welcome to the live stream. What's going on? What are we talking about? What's happening here? I'm going to get right down to it for you guys and explain what's going on with the PlayStation 5 and why have I titled this Nope. Like, as in there's going to be no 4K 120 frames per second. Well, I'm going to get right into it and explain it to you guys. Okay, so we all know that the PlayStation 5 can do 4K at 120 frames per second and 8K at 60p. It's unclear at this point whether or not the PlayStation 5 will indeed do checkerboard rendering or full 8K. Not that that even really matters, because there's been other YouTubers who have done exclusive and extensive content on 8K, and you really don't notice the difference. Most gamers could care less, really, at this point, especially myself. In fact, a lot of PC gamers to this day still play quad HD 1440 or 1080, and they want a refresh rate of 144 hertz. So refresh and frame rate is more important than just pure resolution. And it's safe to say that Xbox Series X and PS5 are not going to render 8K flawlessly, like at a fidelity that we really want. It's years down the road, and that's just one of the issues here. So I'm going to talk about this with you guys right now and explain to you exactly why PlayStation 5 is going to struggle a little bit, as well as Xbox Series X, as far as delivering the content to you. It's very capable. PlayStation 5 will deliver 120 frames a second in 4K, just like they advertised. In fact, I'm going to be doing a video tomorrow on how the producer of Gran Turismo 7 and the lead designer of the Gran Turismo series has said that PlayStation 5 will most likely see 240 frames a second at some point in the near future in 4K. Now, if it can do 240 in 4K, it's most likely going to do 120 in 8K. Now, PlayStation 4, we never thought would do 4K, but the PS4 Pro introduced that. So 8K and PS5 at 120 is not out of, the question completely. But the topic at hand is, will we be able to see 120 frames a second in 4K at 120 hertz refresh? Quite simply, that's an answer that's going to be divided, but most likely not. And here's why. In order for you guys to truly see the 120 hertz refresh rate and 120 frames a second, you're going to need a TV that's going to be able to do that. Right now, I'm playing on a Sony 4K television that cost me $3,000 3 years ago, but it only has HDMI 2.0. Meaning I'm stuck at 4K 60p. So I won't get the 120 hertz or the 120 frames a second. The system's going to try to push it out. The TV won't get it, which means I won't be able to benefit from it. And my TV cost me over $3,000. So what is it going to take for you guys to be able to see the full 120 frames a second? Now, the really crazy part about this is there's only two TVs that Sony has that will really truly display full fidelity from the PS5. Both of those TVs are expensive, and the one that you're really going to want is $7,000. So that's not an option for 99% of people that are looking to buy PlayStation 5. So what TV would you truly be able to afford to access these features from PlayStation 5? And the real answer is the LG Q9, or is it the LG C9? I think it's the C9, actually. I apologize. That TV's $2,000, but it has HDMI 2.1. It'll do 4K at 120 frames a second, 120 hertz refresh rate. That is the cheapest, most affordable TV right now on the market that's going to benefit from PS5. The bare bones cheapest TV, $2,000. Now, some people may already have this TV. Some people may already have TVs that are better. But I would say that there's probably a good chance that there's more than 50% of the people that are buying PS5 don't have it and are not going to benefit from this at all. And it's, not really a bad thing, because eventually we're all going to need a new TV anyway. But let's not get fooled into believing that we're going to buy PS5 and we're going to be running 4K 120 all day. It's not going to happen. It's just, we're going to need the proper TV. There's also variables here that most people haven't discussed. Let's go ahead and discuss those right quick. And I'm going to try to break this down for you in a way that is easier to understand, because I don't want to get all too tech savvy on these answers in this video. There's two things that Sony PS5 or Sony PlayStation 5 has that a TV is going to need to have as well in order to take advantage. And one of those is the ALLM. Now, you guys want to know what ALLM is? It's auto low latency mode, meaning that we're probably talking about low latency in 4K of like 6 milliseconds, which is almost unheard of, maybe even lower than that. The ALLM feature of the PS5, in order for it to work, is going to need a TV that has it as well, and almost no TVs have it. In fact, the only TV that I've seen that has it is the Sony, that's $7,000, and I believe one of the Samsungs, that's 8K, and it's well over $5,000. It has it as well. So the ALLM feature, you're probably not going to see for a year or two or more until these TVs come down in price. The other thing is that a lot of players really want to truly experience 4K at 120 hertz. Now, I do too. However, the problem is, in order to do that, you're going to need VRR. Well, what is VRR? Variable refresh rate. The only way you're going to be able to truly experience 120 hertz with Sony's PS5 is VRR. And again, most, if not all, TVs don't have this. There's only 3 or 4 TVs in the world right now that I know that have VRR. Now, I'm not saying that that's the 100% truth and that there's only a handful, but I've only found a handful of TVs that have VRR, and they're all over $3,000. So how do you get a TV to have VRR, ALM, 8K, 4K, and 120 hertz with HDMI 2.1? You spend $4,000 or $5,000. Now, I'm a huge PlayStation fanatic. I don't think I've went more than 2 days without playing my PS4 Pro. I love PlayStation. I own all their systems. I like Xbox as well. Not as much, but I do like them both. The reality is, we're probably not going to see 4K 120 unless we have one of these TVs. If you guys have one, congratulations. I'm happy for you. Most people don't and won't be able to afford it, which means you're going to be in the same position I'm in. 4K 60p for at least another year. That doesn't mean that the graphics won't be good. It doesn't mean that there's not going to be improvements, because most PlayStation 4 games are only 30 frames a second. At this point, with the PS5, we're most likely going to have 60 frames in almost every single game, and the Call of Duties are most likely going to push for 120 with 120 hertz refresh rate. Now, with a variable refresh rate, VRR, 120 hertz and 4K is going to look mind-blowing. I've never seen that kind of a refresh rate with VRR in 4K. I've seen it in 1080 and it looks amazing. Can you imagine in 4K or 8K? It truly is the next generation of gaming, but you need a TV to do it. A very expensive TV nonetheless, $5,000 to get the job done. Now, I'm not hating here. I think it's fucking awesome. The problem is, it's a lot of money. And you guys have $5,000 lying around to throw at a TV? I don't. So it looks like we're going to have to wait for that. But it's still a very, very good option in the near future for us or for anybody who has that TV. Now, I do want to tell you guys a little piece of good information, some good news to save the day. Because most people have HDMI 2.0 and they have 4K 60p televisions that refresh rate at 60 hertz, you will benefit from a 120 hertz hardware source like the PlayStation 5. Now, you may be asking yourself, how is that possible? Well, let me break it down for you just a little bit more simply, because there's a real big amount of tech that goes involved in this explanation. I don't want to get into it because it's going to be crazy. Even I'm going to have trouble understanding what I'm even saying at this point. So I'm going to make it real easy. If you have a TV that's 60 hertz, 60p, 4K, and you have hardware that's driving 120 hertz, you'll see a smoother 60p. To what degree? It's really kind of negligible, but you will see an increased, smoother 60 hertz refresh rate because your source is 120, so you're going to really put out the best signal possible to your TV. There'll be benefits. You'll see a slight improvement. However, if you have, let's say, a 60p output on your PlayStation 5, but your TV is only your TV is 120 hertz, you're not going to see the benefit because the TV is 120 hertz, but your PlayStation is only putting out 60. So you're not going to see any benefit of having a 120 hertz TV. It's a complete waste. But since most of us have a 60 hertz TV and PS5 does 120, you're going to get a little bit of extra fidelity and refresh on the TV. You can read up on it. It's hard to explain. There will be definitely more benefits to having PS5 on a 60 hertz TV than you would having PS4 on a 120 hertz TV. Does that make sense? I hope so. I tried to explain it the best I could. But in any case, that's what we're looking at right now. PS5 will do 120 hertz and 4K, but will you be able to see it? Most likely not. Unless, of course, you have $5,000 on a TV. And even if you had the LG C9, which is $2,000, it's going to give you 4K at 120, but it's not going to have ALLM, and it probably doesn't have VRR, which means your refresh rate still is not up to its potential of the PS5. So I'm really looking forward to seeing a TV that's going to break the bank hooked up to a PS5. Am I going to have it in my living room real soon? I don't know. Will you? I hope so. I hope I will. But at this point, it's hard to say. So I'm hoping you guys enjoyed this video. I know that I'm really looking forward to PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X, of course, but I'm not looking forward to spending $5,000 on a TV. Are you? I'm not. So at this point, it's safe to say that we're all going to be going broke in the near future for the PlayStation 5, but it's all going to be worth it. I know. It'll be worth it. The bank account's going to hate you. Your bank account's going to be injured and broke. Your wallet's going to hate you, but your heart and your eyes and your happiness will love you forever, I'm sure. In any case, guys, I really appreciate you stopping and watching this video. Be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, tap the bell, subscribe, like, share, comment. I would love to chat with you guys. Thank you so much to everybody who stopped in. What's up, Mohammed? What's up, Jay? I really appreciate all you guys coming in and watching this video. What's up, Hamp, Jordan Miller? So yeah, we'll see you guys on the next live stream, which is going to be coming up tonight at about 6 p.m. Stay tuned for that. I appreciate that, J-Rob. So yeah, guys, be sure to check out my Twitch channel, Joseph Corey. It's twitch.tv/Joseph Corey. That's my name. I've kind of turned it more of a personal brand over there. Go over there and follow. There's going to be exclusive content on Twitch only that you won't be able to get on YouTube, including streams and just chatting. Go over there and follow right now. It's going to be under Joseph Corey. You won't be able to find it on our Circle Triangle Squared anymore, but go over there and take a look at it. It'll be a link in the description below and in the comments as soon as this video is done going live. And be sure to check me out over on Facebook, CTS Gaming. We'll see all of you guys tonight in the live stream and, of course, on the next uploads. Thank you so much for stopping in. Have a great afternoon. We'll see you soon. Peace.